In today's video, we want you to be aware of the shocking Medicare supplement rates in Florida. So we're going to focus on Florida and the rate increases and the rates in general. Let's get right into it. First, we need to answer the question, what is a Medicare supplement? So you have original Medicare Part A and B. Part A pays your hospital coverage. Part B pays your medical coverage. However, original Medicare only covers 80%, leave you behind 20%. This is when a Medicare supplement comes in hand because the Medicare supplement plan will pay the 20%. It's very important to take note that Medicare supplement plans are all equal. It does not matter where you get the supplement plan from, what insurance carrier, they all serve the same purpose, which is to pay that 20%, okay? So that means that the only difference with a Medicare supplement plan is the actual rate from that insurance carrier. In today's video, we're going to focus on why Medicare supplement rates are a lot higher in Florida. First, let's talk about the natural reasons why a Medicare supplement plan will increase year after year. So some of the natural reasons, of course, is going to be inflation. Just like any other insurance carrier, insurance plans, rates will increase year after year due to inflation, price increases, cost of living, age, and such. So those are just natural reasons why a Medicare supplement plan rate will increase. Also, demographics, we touched base a little bit on this, but this is going to be your age, your gender, and the location where you live. These are natural reasons why a plan will increase their rates. Let's talk about rate increases due to increased number of individuals using the plan, such as increased number of claims. For example, pre-COVID, during COVID, after COVID, right? So pre-COVID rate increases were pretty steady. And then when COVID happened, individuals were in the home. A lot of individuals stayed in the house unless it was an emergency. They had to go into the hospital. Now, after COVID, more individuals were seeing their doctors. We still had a lot of individuals in the hospital due to COVID. So rates definitely increased after COVID. Of course, if there's an increased number of claims, then of course the monthly premium will go up. Like I said, just like any other insurance carrier premium, just like homeowners insurance, of course, after a storm, you would see your monthly premium go up, right? So like we said, in this video, we're going to specifically talk about Florida. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read a quote that I found online on an individual that was not happy with rate increases in Florida. So this is what they said. My plan increased 29% next year. This quote was written April 6, 2024, okay? He said, this is unbelievable. I could see maybe 7 to 10% increase, but really? Like, yeah, I agree with him. Like, really? So this seems totally out of line. Going from $197 a month to $254 a month. But this is what is going on in Florida. It is shocking, it is unbearable, and I completely understand. Please take a moment to like this video, give it a big thumbs up if you are enjoying the content. It really helps others to find this video and it helps the channel a lot. Thank you so much. Moving along. Okay, so let's talk about rate increases specifically here in Florida, okay? So we're going to give out some facts here. Florida has the highest percentage of seniors, okay? 22% of the population are seniors, age 65 and older, okay? That is a huge number. What about this? 5 million. 5 million Medicare beneficiaries live here in Florida. So that's the main reason why Florida rates are outrageous, okay? They're unbearable to a lot of seniors, and we're going to talk about the rates and such. And to top it off, there is a law called area factoring. So what does that mean? This means that Medicare supplement companies can have higher rates due to a certain area. So they can simply look at the zip code, look at the population of seniors in that area, and have higher supplement rates, okay? It's called area factoring. So certain zip codes, certain states will automatically naturally have higher rate increases. Some of these states are going to be Miami, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Coral Springs, Florida. So yeah, and that is only a few of the states that I have mentioned that have higher supplement rate increases, or just higher Medicare supplement rates in general. Okay, so let's talk about the average cost of a Medicare supplement plan versus other states and Florida, okay? The average cost for a Medicare supplement plan G in Florida is about $200 per month, give and take. So you can be a little less than that or a little more, okay? That is huge. That is huge. You have to look at your Medicare Part B premium. You have to look at your drug plan premium, and you have to look at your supplement premium. So when you take all three of these premiums, you're looking at about $400 give and take when it comes to a supplement plan here in Florida. This can be huge for a senior that is on a fixed income, okay? So let's talk about, is it worth it? Is a Medicare supplement plan in Florida worth it? And the answer is yes, it is 100% worth it, and let me tell you why. When you get on a Medicare supplement plan, you can go to any doctor that takes original Medicare. That means no network at all. You just call up and say, do you take original Medicare? If they say yes, then they take your supplement as well. The supplement plan will follow and pay the 20% that Medicare leaves behind. Another reason why it's worth it for a Medicare supplement plan is because no pre-authorization. What does that mean? An insurance company can deny your claim for certain treatments. They may also say this needs to be authorized first. You need prior authorization. We need to approve this treatment first. When it comes to a Medicare supplement plan, as long as it's a service that original Medicare already said this is a service that Medicare provides, then no pre-authorization is needed. The answer is yes, okay? Another reason why individuals love Medicare supplement plans and why it's worth it, because you could travel within the United States of America. You could be in Florida for 6 months, New York for the other 6 months, and you don't have to worry about doctor networks at all. So those are the top 3 reasons why it's 100% worth a Medicare supplement plan. Now we have to talk about the con, okay? We just talked about the pros. We have to talk about the con. The number one and only con with a Medicare supplement plan is the obvious. Can you afford it? If you cannot afford a Medicare supplement, it will simply not work. If you're on a fixed income and you cannot afford it, you cannot afford it. This is what I tell my clients all of the time. Think about, can you afford this Medicare supplement plan today and for the remaining of your life? And if the answer is yes, then yes, I highly recommend that you look into a Medicare supplement plan, okay? Now let's talk about how to avoid some of these increases in the future if you decide you do in fact want a Medicare supplement plan. It's very important you do not chase after the shiny object. What is the shiny object? The shiny object is getting on a Medicare supplement plan that starts out with a very low rate. They start you off with a very low rate to get you in, right? And then months down the line or years down the line, the rate increases to the point where you can no longer afford it. Now, there's no issue there if you are a healthy individual. The issue comes in when you actually cannot afford it anymore and you have a chronic health condition. This is what happens, right? When you get on a Medicare supplement plan where you're first eligible to do so, there are no health questions, meaning you do not have to go through underwriting. However, after 6 months of your initial enrollment period, you are subject to underwriting in most states. Now, certain states, underwriting is not a factor, but in most states, and in Florida, underwriting is definitely a factor. You have to go through health questions. If you're able to pass the health questions, then you could go ahead and switch to a company that has more reasonable prices. But like I said, with certain health conditions, you will not be able to pass underwritings. Some of these health conditions would be cancer, stroke, heart attack, rheumatoid arthritis, dementia, Parkinson's, and such. So it's very important that if you do in fact want to look into switching over your plan with a Medicare supplement due to the rates, it's very important to talk to an independent broker that understands the plans and the rate increase histories with these Medicare supplement companies, because that's how you can avoid some of these crazy rate increases. At the end of the day, no one can tell the future, but we can at least look at the Medicare supplement plan companies' history of rate increases. So some of the questions you may want to ask is, do a health insurance company have a history of starting you out with a very low rate and then years down the line jacking up the rates to an unbearable rate increase? So those are some of the questions you want to ask when choosing a Medicare supplement plan for you. Your future self would thank you. So it's very important to, like I said, work with a broker that understands the history with these Medicare supplement companies. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned something new today. If you like the video, please give it a like. And if you know anyone that needs this information, please share this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. If you need any assistance, give our office a call. We'd be more than happy to assist you. At the end of today's video, there are 2 videos that you can also watch. Please subscribe to see me again, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.